What a night for the Minnesota Twins who come up with the victory in the first game of this wild card series. And also, what a night for both Pablo Lopez and Royce Lewis. Royce Lewis inserted back into the lineup here in the postseason, and he comes up with 2 big knocks for the Twins. And Pablo Lopez earning his first postseason victory of his career. Let's hear from the 2 of them downstairs.
It's extremely important, really game 1 of any series is the most important one. I've said it before, set the tone, and that's as true as it gets. You want to set the tone, you want to set the stage, and really let the competition know that we have a plan and we're going to try to do everything to execute it. And yeah, like the Santana jersey thing, some people believe in fate, some people believe that the things we do today write what we do tomorrow, but sometimes some things line up too perfectly to pass on those opportunities. So I was just happy that I was able to, for the most part, execute my part, my plan, do my part, and do the best I could to, put the team in the best position to win. I had a bunch of help from Royce here sitting next to me. The defense was on point all day long. They showed up how we expected to show up. The fans have been believing in us for so long. It was just a matter of believing in ourselves and coming to the game, playing loose, understanding that we didn't need to change who we were or our approach, and just go out there and have fun, man. And it was electric, and we embraced that, and we were just having fun out there.
Royce, you showed so much emotion during the starting lineup. You were ready to go, yet you had to DH. You didn't have the time to be on the field to kind of decompress and get control of your emotions. How are you able to handle being just the DH and not getting out on the field?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think I just took a lot of advice from Byron Buxton, who's done that a lot this year, obviously, about staying warm, riding the bike in between innings, maybe standing up while the team's on defense, similar to your approach like you would playing defense. Obviously, you're not fielding a ball, but at least you're on your feet, you're keeping the blood flow going. And honestly, this atmosphere, truly, when I tell you it was electric, it brought that electricity into my body. I felt different. My heart was beating. It was the most nervous game, exciting game I've ever played in my life. It was so much fun.
Pablo, you spoke yesterday about how, with regards to that 18-game losing streak, that you guys were going to kind of embrace it, that maybe sort of draw some motivation from it. How do you think maybe that approach might have helped you guys ultimately overcome that?
Yeah, no, I think this group of guys, spending 2 months of spring training, 6 months of the regular season, 182 days, if you count the 20 days of we get a season. So, I was able to really gauge the atmosphere, the mentality that we had going into this, this game 1. This game meant a lot to us for many, many reasons, and we just wanted to, put an end to something that was, very unfortunate to our beloved fans. The fans have been so great to us. They support us. They root for us no matter the situation. So it felt right giving this to them, and the way I see it now we have a new streak going. We're 1-0, and that's the one we're going to focus on right now.
Pablo, I guess Royce too, if you want to chime in on this too, but from your vantage point in the 4th inning, that play that went under Polanco's glove and Correa able to make that play to throw out Bichette at home, can you kind of give us, from your vantage point, what you saw there on that play? And did you think that play was even going to be able to be made?
That was unbelievable. I couldn't believe it when it happened. I see Polanco charging in. He's trying to make a play. Kiermaier's a fast runner. He's always been one of the fastest runners in the team he plays for. So, I saw Polanco coming in full speed, and he had one shot. He, took the glove out, tried to get rid of it quick, didn't catch it. I see Bichette stepping on third, and I think I saw the third base coach, putting the stop sign in. It's crazy how fast we think of these things. I think, if he keeps going, he might have a shot. But then, somehow, someway, Carlos came from nowhere. And, he made the big play in the big moment. And, we all know who Carlos Correa is when the stage is big, when the stage is, this big. He shows up for those moments. And he made an unbelievable play. I'm not going to sell Ryan Jeffers short either. He stayed engaged every single second of the play. And he made, a tag. And that was a very big moment of that game. It could have been bases loaded if the runner doesn't go, but then he ended up being an inning-ending play. Unbelievable play.
Royce, you mentioned the emotion, that you had a lot of it pregame, but even in your first at-bat, it looked like you kind of took a look around, like a 360, what were you trying to experience like in that moment?
Yeah, just take it all in. You never know when you're going to be in this situation. And we've had a heck of a season, and I just wanted to take it all in. Man, these fans showed up for us, and, honestly, I got that advice from Joe Mauer through a text today, just telling me to take it in. And he said that's one thing that he would do is take it in and don't regret, the moment that you're in. And so that's what I did, man. All those fans, they really stepped up for us, man. It was special.
Royce, just wondering what your readiness to play third base would be if that were to present itself this series.
I'm just taking it day by day. I'm working as hard as I can, recovering as much as possible to be ready anyway for my team. And I think that's more of a Rocco question or the staff question because this team, we have guys that can play all over and make plays like you saw tonight. So that defense is truly special.
Royce, I remember you kind of shake your heads you couldn't be in disbelief at the grand slams. You've never hit 2 home runs in a game at this level before. Do you ever surprise yourself by what you managed to achieve?
That's a God thing. I'm just blessed to be a part of it. It felt like I was blacked out in the whole game, but especially in those moments when I was on the field, my heart was racing. It was just the human nature of it. Like when you have, 40, 50,000 people cheering, it was special. I was just going off of that energy and playing the game that I've loved this whole life and had fun doing it.
I'm also amazed by the things Royce does, by the way.
Pablo, this 2-part. Did you have the Johan jersey at home? Like you owned it? Okay. And then obviously the streak is the biggest story ending, but how does it feel for all you've talked about idolizing Johan growing up to get the first win since he had one against the Yankees, basically 19 years ago?
No, yeah. I guess in a way I don't believe it because, that happened so long ago when I was really starting to understand baseball and admiring Johan Santana, the player. He was the role model on and off the field. He still is. So I guess moments like that, you kind of feels like they write themselves up. And it was an unfortunate streak going. And I'm sorry that so many people had to go through it, suffer through it. But I feel like just coming into today, the energy like from every single person in the clubhouse and then out in the stadium just felt like unmatched, like anything like that I've ever felt before. So I think just like it was just about really embracing that, like without pressure, there's no expectations. So like pressure is a privilege, and then just like understanding that mentality, using it in our favor. Like you always want to feel some pressure because that means that there's an opportunity to do something amazing. I don't know if as a team we all felt it, I felt it, but like I acknowledge it, I accepted it, and then I just put it on my shoulder and like try to go with it.